guys, so first thing I wanted to talk about real quick was I'm sorry that I haven't been live streaming or anything. I have been with my family all week. As you guys know, they were moving to Florida. They officially left today. So it's been like really difficult. I've been spending all my time with them, but I mean, now they're gone, there's nothing I can do. So gonna get back on track with that. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the Trisha Paytas and Jason Nash drama, because that's something that like really resonated with me, the whole situation. I'm getting like really sick, you guys, so sorry if I cough throughout this whole video. So actually, you know what, before I get into it, I think that like there's something I'm allergic to in the apartment, and that sucks. Like, I don't know what it is, but ever since I moved in, it's like I'm itchy and I'm like coughing all the time, like an allergic reaction almost. But anyways, we can get into that later at the end of the video maybe. So basically it started, Trisha had posted a video. Everybody, you guys know who Trisha Paytas is, and her boyfriend Jason Nash, basically saying, you know, that they broke up and she was crying, and you know, my first thoughts were, oh my god, you're gonna regret this, like. But first of all, like, I have had like my fair share of like eating disorder issues, and I still like have issues with it. Like, that's not something that easily goes away, you know what I mean? And I feel like what we're looking at in this situation, from watching her video from last night, and then his video today, and then her video again, okay, going back and forth, and from really, like, I watched them all, like, over and over and over, because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything at all. What it sounds to me is like what he's saying, she's hearing it, but she's not hearing it the way it's intended to be. I think what he's implying, and this is coming from somebody who, like, if those words were said to me, fuck yeah, it would hurt. I would be pissed. But at the same time, I wouldn't take it that far, because in the end, diet is important, being healthy is important. And I think what he wants and what he recognizes, and this is something like that I thought about too, is, you know, she mentions, and she says this herself, so I'm just going to say what she says, okay, that she's, you know, got issues with like her weight or whatever. I'm sure that Jason feels the same way, maybe about the fact that he's almost 20 years older than her, and that's something that he can't change. What, 15 years older? And he can't change that. I think what he recognizes as a father now, and someone who's older, is that, like, it's important to live a long, happy, healthy life with somebody that you love. So when she hears the word diet, she thinks of it as, like, a diet in her head, and I think he's really just saying, like, you know, our literal diet, like, what we intake, because, like, in the last video that Trisha made, she had edited some clips in there, and, you know, she's like, I just want you guys to know, like, I don't want to feel like I'm being gaslighted, and, you know, gaslighting is when, basically somebody makes you feel like you're the crazy one in a situation. So, but that kind of just furthermore proved how I was thinking about it, like, because he never used the word hotter. He used the word hot, which, like, she's already hot. Trisha's already banging. She's always been banging. She always will be. Like, no matter what size she is, she can, like, she's hot. Like, she wears it well. Like, very well. Like, she's wicked hot. Like, I've always said, if there was one girl, like, that I could be with, it'd be Trisha. Like, hands down. So, what I think is this is, you know, and in the conversation in the last video, they were going back and forth, and you guys can find this, you know, and she, like, says, well, he says I'd be hotter if I was size 1, but that's not what he said at all, actually. What he said was that, you know, you want to, like, get all hot and stuff, you know, like, but even when he said he was, like, hot, you know, like, this stereotypical hot, like, you know. And maybe we also have to remember he hasn't been with that many women, like, you know, like, he doesn't, maybe he didn't realize that it was that serious. You know, maybe he didn't but at the same time, like, and then I don't agree with what he said. I think there's other ways to go about it, because I do hear in the vlogs a lot, to be fair, that he does make comments a lot about their diet and stuff, and maybe that's something that should be reserved for off camera, you know? Like for a sit-down conversation, like, listen, I care about you and I want to have a long, healthy, happy life with you. Not like said on camera where the basis of Trisha's videos are like mukbangs and stuff like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's a tough situation, that's a tough spot, but she said something too, and that's something that I don't think she recognizes, is she said in the video that her second video, well, if I got skinnier, I would leave you. And that, to me, that probably hurt him just as fucking bad, if not more. Because now he's thinking, you know, well, I guess if she lost weight and someone came along who was better, maybe younger, she would leave him. And she sounded real serious when she said it. That probably hurt him, too. Like, you guys are, now it's like, I don't think he meant to hurt your feelings. It's very clear he didn't mean hurt her feelings. But that was a deliberate dig at his feelings. And I love Trisha. I'm a huge fan of her. I love her so much. But, you know, there are things that he can't change too, like his age, you know? So, I mean, at that comment, I'm sure that hurt him too, because I'm sure in his mind, he does worry, and he does say, you know, like, you know, and like maybe if a younger, nicer looking man came in, you would, you know, you would, that she would leave him or something. I'm sure they both have like insecurities, you know, and now they know. I did notice that Trisha didn't go in on him like she usually does with her boyfriends, which is very good, but the whole situation is very sad to see, because it's like literally watching this perfect, beautiful relationship just fall apart, like over nothing. The facts are the facts. Diet is important for your health. I mean, you know, like, and you know, she was talking about like, you know, he hasn't changed in like ice cream, and it's like before noon. I bought an ice cream at the gas station, and I had to like fight with myself to not eat it already, like, because it's not that it's not okay to eat ice cream. It's that like, well, no one's supposed to eat ice cream before noon. Like, it's just a common, you know what I mean? Like, and now I'm happy I didn't eat, because now I have it for now, you know? So it's like, I don't know, I hope they work it out, because I think it's really sad. I think the whole situation sucks. I think that Trisha's probably really sad and heartbroken, because she has, like she said, deep-rooted issues with that. And, so I know, like, personally, like, there are, like, trigger words, you know, like weight and, like, you know, diet and things like that. Like, it can, like, you know, trigger you into, like, a really uncomfortable state. Not even, like a literal just uncomfortable state instantly, like, uncomfortable in your own skin. But I don't think that was a good reason to make a deliberate, you know, like, I don't think means to be hurtful in that sense, but I think that she meant to be hurtful when she said, if I got skinnier, I would leave you. You know, and that's something that will probably stick with him too. You know, and that's why two wrongs don't make a right. Clearly he did not understand how she felt. And that's the whole thing, is did not understand. You know, probably a really big misunderstanding. And that's just the whole situation. It was fucking horrible to watch from the beginning. It was sad to watch from the second that she posted the video to his reply. And I think the real question we have here is, I want to know in Jason's video why he had to eat his beef sandwich so fast. Like, that's what I want to know. I think that's the real question here. That's the real question. Is, Jason, why did you have to eat the beef sandwich so fast? Like, out of nowhere. Like, it's just like, out of nowhere. He's like, I had a beef sandwich and I ate it really fast. Like, you know, just like, okay. Like, alright. Good for you. But, glad he didn't choke or nothing. But, I don't know. I hope that they work it out, you know, and then work it out. There you go. Like, you know, and you know what they say is the best exercise? Sex is one of the best exercises. And they're both, you know, he said she's very good in that department. So, I mean, I see a solution. Like, no, but seriously though, like, I feel very bad for her. Very bad for her. I feel very bad for him for different reasons. I feel very bad for her because clearly to get triggered, like somebody in a regular mindset who doesn't have any like issues with like their body would not have been offended by those comments. They might have just laughed him off or been like, yeah, you know, you're right. Like, thank you for like checking me, you know? But for someone who has issues and does recognize that, and clearly, you know, deep down she does agree and she knows, and it's a hard thing for her, and that's why it hurts so much, because it's hard, and it's, you know, weight is always one of those things that you wish you could just change overnight, you know, and like a lot of people, it's, you know, you give up sometimes or whatever, but some people can't control their weight with like thyroid issues and things like that. Like, I have wicked thyroid issues and I'm not even on my medication right now. So it's just like sometimes, you know, I mean, we don't know really what's going on with Trisha. It could, you know, but honestly, I always thought that she was banging. Like, I never really, you know, sometimes I look at pictures of Trisha and, you know, and she makes these comments about herself being like a bigger, and then I look at these pictures and I think she's not really like bigger than anyone. Like, she's like got these, like, you know, she's very well proportionate, to be honest. I mean, I think she's very well proportionate and she looks really good. But hold on, my camera. I think like in the end, like the sad part of the whole situation is like, you know, you can change your weight, you can change your looks, you can't change your age or anything. You know, and I think that's what, so I think that her comment was probably even worse. And, you know, I think that he realizes as a father who's raising kids now, he probably just wants to see his kids grow old. Like, he wants to be healthy and get older. And, you know, when you're in a relationship, and I've seen this firsthand with my brother and his ex-girlfriend, and I'll tell you, they were not on the same page with eating habits, okay? And even if one of them wasn't hungry, like Trisha, you know, was like, I want to get popcorn, and he's like, well, maybe we should. I think he's more watching out for himself, because, you know, like, if you get that popcorn, he's going to end up eating it too. And I think he doesn't want to. I think it's something with him, you know, like, but anyways, I just wanted to comment about that because it like resonated a little bit, and it was really sad to see, and I hope that they work it out because they are a very cute couple together. And I think that, you know, being healthy does not have to mean being skinny. That's not what, you can be bigger and be healthy, you know, like, and when you make these songs like Fat Chicks and Thick and stuff like that, it kind of puts out the impression that you are okay with that, you know? So like, it puts off the impression that you're okay with that. Then, you know, she makes jokes about it too sometimes. So it's not, maybe she's just going through a tough patch right now, and because of that tough patch, she's extra sensitive. Like, I know that they were talking about like how they like been eating more than usual or whatever because they've been going places and stuff like that. So maybe she's just feeling like a little extra sensitive lately, and like maybe that's what happened, because like, you don't make a song called Fat Chicks and Thick and then cry and be upset when somebody says something. I just don't, I get it because I'm there, like, I have the same issues, but I don't think it's enough to break up over. I don't think they should have broke up. I think that they are such an amazing couple, and they're so cute, and I think they're so great, and I was so glad when they found each other. And, you know, I think that I think it would be awesome to see them both do these like mukbangs and these stuff, but in a healthier way. I think that would be cool to see, you know, because for people like, like, I'm almost 30, so, like, I understand that, like, once, you know, you can't eat like you could when you were 20. You can't, like, when you were 20, 22. You can't eat like you used to when you were a kid. It's very, you know, and Trisha's very young-hearted. She's got a young spirit. She's very, you know, so, but those are things, like, you know, our body, as we get older, like, it's not a weight thing. Like, it's not a weight thing at all. Like, you know, and in the last clip, I never heard him say anything about her weight or her size. Like, it was always just about the diet, which doesn't mean a diet. It means what you actually take in. So, I think it's a misunderstanding on both parts. I think that, you know, he should just be like, you know, I'm sorry, like, which I guess he did. And I think that she should apologize, too, for the comment that she made, because saying if I was skinnier, I would leave, that's a, like, horrible, that means, that implies that if you could get something better, if something better came your way, you would. You know? Like, and that sucks. That was a shitty thing to say. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about this topic. So if you guys don't want to see me talk about my life now, and I'm gonna, like, smoke bogey, you know, and I know not everybody likes that. So that's all I wanted to talk about on that topic, and I'm really sad, and I hope that you guys, like, everybody just goes and supports them through their rough patch, and, you know, I hope they work it out. And another thing real quick before I go is mental health. There is never anything wrong, even if you have no issues. Well, I don't know anyone with no issues, but therapy is never bad. I'm actually starting an intensive outpatient mental health program on next week, where from 9 to 4 every day, I'm going to be in an outpatient mental health program for 6 weeks. And that's something that I'm excited for, because I have issues. I have issues. Tons of issues. Like, tons of weird issues, too. Like, not even normal issues. I got some weird issues. Like, so, and, you know, that is probably something I would talk about with them, is, like, my body. And, you know, maybe for Trisha, that would be something good for her, you know, to be able to talk to somebody about these things, and, you know, go to a professional, maybe show them and be like, you know, am I offended for the wrong reason? Like, can you help me sort through these deep-rooted issues that I have, so I'm not so offended when we talk about important things like being healthy and living a long life, and, you know, the food you take in and stuff. And I know it's so much easier to just go to a 7-Eleven or a gas station and just pick up the things you like, because I just picked up a beef stick with cheese this morning, 2 of them, and I ended up giving the other one to my cab driver. But, you know, it's so much easier to do that. But in the end, is it healthier? No. Is it cheaper? Yes. Like, is it? But, you know, so I think it's something that I wish and I hope to see them work through. Anyways, that's it now. Thank you if you guys stayed this long, and I'll talk to you guys later, or anyone else who wants to stick around for the rest of my drama now. You guys, okay. Alright, so off the Trish topic now. Getting off the Trish train. The Trish train. It's too real. No, you know. Okay, anyways, so I'm gonna light my bogey now, because I've been holding it this whole time. So now we just here with the girls. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But, so you guys know that my parents were getting ready to move. So this is basically what happened is, my mom, my dad, and my brother are on a plane right now, to Florida. And my brother's still home. He's going to be home for about 10 days watching the animals, and in like 10 days my dad's going to come home and get the car and the pets and drive to Florida. I want to find out and find a way, maybe you guys can help me figure this out, how much it costs to fly animals, because first of all, my dad's older. My cat is 16 at my mom's house. The dog is very old, the one dog, and then my other dog is, you know, he's regular age, like midway there. But my cat is 16, you know, and I'm worried that, you know, the cat is not going to make it on the trip because I'm worried that he's going to have a heart attack, because let's be real, cats cannot make it 10 minutes in a car, let alone a 24-hour car ride from New York to Florida. So, and you know, they're going to be, and you know, to take them in and out and for them to go to the, I'm just very worried about it. So I don't know if you guys know of a cheap way to do that. They don't have a lot of money right now. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm hoping I can help them do this somehow, because I'm concerned for, you know, my dad. He's got to drive. That's going to be a wicked distraction. The cat's going to be freaking the frick out. Like, the dogs are going to be bugging. Like, they're netted off in a small Jeep, so the dogs are going to be stuck in the back, and the cat's going to be in a carrier, and it's like, just gonna be, I know it's gonna be a very stressful situation for my dad and the animals, and I'm hoping there's an easier way to do it. And I've heard horror stories of on a plane, you know, pets being on a plane, but I just don't, I don't really see another alternative. Like, I feel like them driving is just not a good alternative. I think my dad should take them up to the airport, and my mom could like pick them up, and then he could drive, so you know, he has his car, like he could drive his car there, because just a 24-hour drive with a cat, even, let alone a cat and 2 dogs, 2 big pit bulls and a cat, and the cat's 16, and the one dog is very, very close to her time being up too. So if you guys know anything about that, let me know in the comments, because my cigarette always goes out because I talk so much. I'm hoping I can find an easier way for him when that time comes. Also, yeah, so I really haven't been live streaming a lot. I think that, you know, I haven't really been talking to Trevor that much lately. He hasn't been calling a lot. He's doing this school thing, and I've been super sad, and I've been spending a lot of time, so much time with my family, Tyler mainly, and you know, like the last like week, 2 weeks, like the relationship that me and him like uncovered with this move, and it's not just like me, like it's him too, like we both met in the middle, like equal parts, and it became like we shared that bond that I always wanted with him, and that he probably always wanted with me, and it was very sad because it made things very hard. I know that, you know, he cried and was like, you know, he recognizes that they're the ones leaving, but he does recognize that it's my fault that I can't come, and that's very sad to me. Like, when he calls me out, he called me out on that pretty much, and it hurt because it is my fault. You know, I'm in the situation I'm in because of my own choices, and you know, in the end, like, I can't blame anybody. Can't sit here and say blame my parents. Can't. I wish I could, like, but I can't. And I'm resting my foot because it hurts really bad lately on the same thing my camera's sitting on, so I should take that off because either the camera's gonna fall or I'm gonna break something. But yeah, so I know I'm gonna get back into like live streaming and stuff, because like for a while, like I was getting really depressed for a while, and I know it's almost like, thank God they're gone, because now it's over, you know. Hold on, it's not that it's over, but it's that the hard goodbyes are over, you know, and that was very difficult. The months building up to it, you know, and the weeks getting closer, and you guys could see it, see it on me and in me that it was hard, like, and I know, and people had mentioned to me, you know, I didn't realize, like, you know, you were saying how hard it was, but a lot of people didn't realize how hard it was until they physically went to say goodbye to my parents too, and they saw the empty house. And you know, one of my very good friends, and my best friend actually, had said to me, you know, when I went to say goodbye to your parents, and like they cried, and they were like, now I realize, and like I can't imagine how you feel. And I was like, well, you know, thank you for recognizing and understanding that this is a very difficult situation for me. And I know a lot of you guys have been super worried too and concerned because I haven't been on here as much lately, and I appreciate that, but I also want it puts me in a weird situation, and I'll be honest with you guys, because I'm always honest with you guys. Sometimes I feel like with, you know, I was very honest about my mental health issues back in my old apartment, the depression I was going through, I was very honest with that. And being honest with that, and being honest with the story that I had put up a while ago here, and like some of like the backlash that came with it, it made me feel like, you know, well, what's the point of being honest on here? You know, what's the point? Like, I'm opening up to a lot of people who really don't know me personally, and I'm getting like, now certain people don't want to talk to me or whatever, and it's like, well, why? What's the point of being a truthful person, you know? And I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel like I can come on here and be honest with you guys and tell you guys the truth and how I really feel and stuff like that. And you know, I have a good friend on here, and I kind of snapped at him, and I feel bad, and you know who you are, because me and him were talking about it, and that's when I was kind of like, you know what, well, forget it. Thank you for telling me like that this is how people feel, but now I feel like I can't be honest anymore, so I'm glad that I know, so I can just learn to shut my mouth. And I'm hoping they didn't take it personal. Like, first of all, I'm going through, I was going through, now it's like almost a weight off my shoulders to know that, you know, the hard goodbyes, and now I just, it's me alone, and there's nothing I can do. It's here, it's now, and I just have to work on how I'm going to get to Florida now, how I'm going to, you know, finish up probation, and, you know, make sure I'm in good standing with the clinic to be able to do a transfer or something like that. But if I hurt your feelings and you know who you are, then I'm sorry, and I also don't mean to be so distant from people, and I'm sorry if people feel like personally, like I was avoiding them or have been, but it's not, literally I haven't been talking to anybody, nobody, you know, I've been, and I even posted on Facebook, like, for people in my every day-to-day life, like, don't hit me up, don't ask me for nothing, if you don't have anything to say aside from how are you feeling with everything going on in your life right now, I don't want to fucking hear it, because I needed to take that time for me and my issues. I needed to, you know, step away from everything I was doing, including YouTube, and really just pay attention to what was going on in my life. And thank you for all of you guys who understand that and understood and respected that. And, you know, even if you don't really understand, you don't get it, and you're trying to, I appreciate that, you know. But pretty much that's just it. That's all that's been going on. I'm gonna close out this video now because I'm already like 25 minutes in. Yeah, but I'm gonna start getting back on routine and back on track and on schedule. And this is the very last picture that I took of me and Tyler right before I got in the car to leave to go home yesterday, because I didn't see it, because it would have been too much to go there today before they left. Definitely would have been too much for him and too much for me. And you can see like the sadness on his face, and I'm gonna zoom in. I'm zooming in so you guys can like see. Like, I was looking like a mess because of the heat. Like, it was so hot. We were both so worn out, like, from the heat and the sun and having one. And you can see the sadness on his face. And I had my sunglasses on because I was trying not to cry and stuff like that. And, you know, that was on the driveway, like, before I left. And I want to cry now just thinking about it. But I'm holding it in. And then this was the day before at the house. And he was playing video games, and we were just hanging out and stuff, and, you know, I wanted to make sure that I got those last 2 days. I got a couple more, but, you can just even feel it, like, in the pictures, like, that it was, like, a sad time. But anyways, now I'm just going to turn it into, like, try and be happy. I know he's going to be happy once he gets there, because he loves Florida, and, you know, He'll be okay. I'll be okay. My mom will be okay. My dad will be okay. My brother will be okay. I mean, he's always okay. Like, he just does whatever anyways. But, you know, thank you guys anyways, and thank you if you watched this whole video, and I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'll probably be live streaming. Actually, yeah, it's a Saturday, so I'll be back pretty early, and then I'm going to do my regular Sunday morning live stream because I missed that with you guys. So Sunday morning when I wake up, it'll probably be around like between 7 and 8 in the morning. How I used to do it back when I was in my other place. I want to start doing that again because I really miss my Sunday morning stream with all of you guys. Alright, I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.